I'm Mike Cronin. We're live inside the DCU Center where right now President Barack Obama is on stage greeting all of the graduates of the class of 2014 from Worcester Tech High School. Coming up, we'll have a full report on commencement. Little shaky coming down, but no bumps, no bruises. What an absolute rush. I'd do it again anytime. And I did, covering a quarter of a mile in 35 seconds. Fire crews got here around 7 o'clock last night, and they are still here now looking for hot spots as the building is torn down. Dr. Rick today is back in this country, but more than 1,000 miles west of here, where doctors say they're doing everything they can to save his life. Jackie, a frightening and disturbing scene for everyone involved here today. These acrobats fell 25 to 40 feet from the air. Leslie, an absolute headache for passengers traveling today at Logan Airport. Many flights are delayed, many flights are canceled, and as you can imagine, the lines are very long. Now today we know the identity of that victim, as well as the man who investigators say killed her. This giant tree limb came crashing into this 5th-story apartment, shattering the window. They say that they're interviewing witnesses, trying to figure out exactly what happened here. They are asking anyone with any information to contact Boston Police. We're live in Dorchester. Christy, we'll send it back to you. We are joined now by the winner of the race. It's Representative Mary Keefe, who has retained her seat, won re-election. Of the more than 5,000 who entered the sweepstakes, only about 200 were lucky enough to get their picture taken with Rob Gronkowski. An experienced fans say they'll never forget. And as the 36,000 make their way to the starting line, for many of them, this is a chance to finish what they started last year. They're hoping to march their way into the Guinness World Record books with a parade that starts right about here and ends here, less than 100 feet away. For now, that's the latest. We're live outside. Greg, we'll send it back to you in that warm, cozy studio.
Yeah.
It was a chilly October night. The Red Sox did something they hadn't done in 95 years, win the World Series title here at Fenway Park. A Holden man is arrested today, charged with murdering his brother. The Second Chance Animal Shelter in East Brookfield is asking for the public's help to identify a dog who was left abandoned in today's heat.
Mike, it's the second time I understand that police were called to that house today. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, Greg. Shots were fired at this home very early this morning. Thankfully, no one was hurt in either incident, but as you can imagine, an extremely frightening day for this family. A pipe bomb is deactivated outside of Stephen Boweil's Barclay Street home in Worcester.
I'm still shaking, actually.
The device was placed on the spare tire of his SUV, parked in his driveway.
Right on top here, and the fuse was on this side.
Police responded around 10 o'clock Friday morning.
And just by looking at it, you knew that it was a pipe bomb just by the design and shape of it.
Within a couple of hours, the State Police Bomb Squad used a water cannon to split the bomb in half. No one was injured. It's the second time in less than 24 hours that Worcester police went to the house.
Clearly, this address was targeted.
Around 2:40 this morning, several rounds were fired into the home while Boweil and his family say they were asleep. Boweil showed us the bullet holes in his windows and damage to his ceiling. Police were alerted to it by their shot spotter system. Boweil says he didn't know they were shot at until police arrived.
More than scary. It's more than scary, actually. It's more than scary.
Boweil says he's been living here for almost 9 years and has no idea why he was targeted.
And I have no issue with anybody at all. Zero.
After the bomb was taken care of, police swept the area for any other devices and didn't find any. Many residents were evacuated while police cleared the neighborhood.
I screamed. It was scary. I mean, we've had shootings on the street, but never bombs.
A lot of stuff going on in the neighborhood lately. You know, it's just been getting worse and worse.
Police say there's no history of problems at the home, but they're not ruling anything out in their investigation.
We're going to be applying a lot of police resources into this incident and trying to get to the bottom of it.
Police obviously concerned about both of these incidents. There are a number of homes in close proximity to each other, also a lot of people and a lot of young children. Greg? Hey, Josh. Yeah, it seems there's always something interesting or potentially useful being developed at WPI, and this robot is no exception. Last year, it came in second place at a nationwide technology competition, and it's now being further developed for commercial use. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary electric wheelchair.
Wheelchair. Drive forward.
But this one is unlike any other.
I think it's the next step of
robotics where humans can interact with robots.
Worcester Polytechnic Institute is developing a robotic wheelchair to provide independent mobility to people with physical disabilities.
And the goal is to be able to work with existing electric wheelchairs and convert these into intelligent systems where they can provide safer, better mobility.
The technology works in different ways. By talking through a computer, the user can tell the wheelchair what to do.
Drive backward.
Through this device, the robot also responds to facial movements. When this researcher simply looks left, the chair obeys. And when you reach a cliff, the wheelchair stops, goes backwards, all on its own.
You don't have to intentionally control it. It will help you to make a better decision.
The technology should understand the person's abilities.
Students started working on it 3 years ago. The National Science Foundation is paying for the $400,000 project through next year. After that, WPI will seek other funding.
We want to see our research to be used by the society, and that's one big motivation for us to push harder on this technology.
WPI Robotics and Engineering Assistant Professor Tashkin Putter says the wheelchair could be available to the public within 5 years. Students are eager to get the robot out of the research lab and to the people who need it most.
I think it's going to have the potential to really change people's lives and really make an impact.
Professor Putter says they now need to personalize the robot, make it more comfortable for the user. They'll be talking to potential users, care providers, to really perfect this design. Josh. Well, Catherine, more and more shelves have emptied. The store says that a number of their employees went to the rally in Tewksbury today, while those who were on the clock in Oxford weren't very busy.
I couldn't believe there were no cars here.
A near empty parking lot outside, many empty shelves inside. The Oxford Market Basket is a lonely place where firewood now has a new home, the potato aisle. On a typical Friday afternoon, the store says they have 15 to 20 registers busy with customers, but today,
4 registers going, nobody here.
Front-end manager Brian Page says workers don't have much to do.
Boring, slow. I can tell you that the store is as clean as it's ever been.
The deli counter's closed, fish counter's closed, you can't even get a chicken here. So when you can't get a chicken here at $4.69, it's pretty bad.
Thousands of employees and customers across New England have been protesting the ousting of former CEO Arthur T. Demoulas. He was fired after his cousin, Arthur S. Demoulas, gained control of the board of directors. Oxford employees say at their store alone, they've gathered about 25,000 signatures from customers who want Arthur T. back.
I've been here all week, even on my days off. My daughter, like I said, has been here with me on her school vacation. And she does want to work for Arthur T.
He's good to us. He takes care of us. He cares about his customers.
Friday, the Demoulas Board of Directors announced they are considering an offer from Arthur T. to retake control of the company.
Let him take it over. He knows what he's doing, and obviously you people don't.
Back inside the store, employees want to see a busy market again, but first, they want their old boss back.
I think we've made our point. I think the customers have made their point, the associates have made their point. I think legislators have made their point. We're just hoping that RDS listens and hears us out.